Beloved child, listen to my voice in this very hour. It is no coincidence that you are hearing these words. This is the moment that has been prepared long before, so that your heart may be opened and receive a deeper truth. I have seen the nights when you lay awake. I have heard the sighs within you, and I have counted every tear that silently fell. You thought it was only fleeting emotions, but in truth, it was the cry of your soul. Every sob, every worry, every trembling in your heart I have listened to and remembered them all. I am not a distant God who merely observes. I am the Father who draws near, who surrounds you when you think you are alone. Many times you have asked yourself why life feels so heavy, why joy never lasts, and why your heart remains restless. You thought it was because of your own weakness, but that is not the truth. It is because invisible chains have bound you for a long time. They make you feel imprisoned, even while outwardly you live, work, and smile. But I, the one who sees the depths of your being, know that your soul longs for freedom. That is why today I come to declare clearly that your time has come. No more delay, no more meaningless waiting. This is the season for you to step out and receive the freedom I have prepared for you. Remember the times you thought you could not overcome. You have walked through dark valleys unknown to others. You have carried wounds no one else could understand. You have worn a smile while your heart bled within. And there were moments when you thought you had been completely abandoned. Yet, my child, it was in those very moments that I held you close. You could not see, but I was present. You could not hear, but I whispered your name. The reason you are still standing today is not because your strength was enough, but because I upheld you with mine. In Scripture, I declared, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, yes. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." Isaiah 4:1-10. This is not only a promise for an ancient people, but a promise for you this very day. Every time you feel exhausted, know that it is I who give you strength. Every time darkness surrounds you, know that I am lighting a new path. You do not need to understand the entire plan. You only need to believe that I always work for your good. There are moments when you think you have strayed too far, with no way back. But, my child, there is never any distance great enough to separate you from my love. The more you run, the more I pursue. The more you lose your way, the more I extend my hand. I do not accuse you, nor drown you in guilt, but I call you back with love. You think I forget, but I have remembered every hidden sacrifice. Every moment you silently endured injustice. Every time you gave more than you had. I have seen it all. And today, I remind you that nothing has been in vain. Everything you have gone through is being woven into a greater tapestry, through which you will come to know my goodness and my glory. My beloved, open your heart. This is not the time for you to keep hiding your pain behind a strong face. This is the moment to lay down your burdens and receive healing. I do not ask you to be perfect. I only ask for a willing heart. When you say, "Here I am," Lord, all of heaven will move to shift your destiny. You no longer have to live in the cycle of disappointment. You no longer have to fear that blessings will slip away again. I have prepared a new season for you, a season where joy will no longer be fleeting, where peace will be unshakable, and where you will know more than ever that you belong to me. My beloved child, I know that within you still lie unspoken burdens. You have lived with hidden wounds, with worries no one else understands. And time after time you have convinced yourself it will be fine somehow. But, my child, I look deep into your soul. I see clearly every longing, every desire, every silent cry. You do not need to hide from me. There is no thought within you that I do not know, no tear I have not seen. When you think no one understands, I am the one who listens and empathizes with you each moment. I am not a spectator standing afar. I am the Father who still holds you in unchanging love. You have endured long days when hope seemed extinguished. You have watched doors open for others. While you remained in waiting, you have often asked, why did this door close? Why has that dream not come to pass? Why is my prayer met with silence? I know every one of these questions, and I want you to understand that my silence does not mean my absence. Many times, it is in silence that I am working most powerfully. Just as a seed must first be buried in darkness before it breaks forth into life, so too are you in a hidden season, being prepared for new life. You are not forgotten. You are being nurtured for the harvest to come. I declare to you, all things work together for good to those who love me. Romans 8:2-8. Therefore, both failure and success, both joy and sorrow, are being woven together to create a path of blessing beyond what you can imagine. My child, remember this, those moments when you felt that no one understood you, those times you sat alone believing that your presence did not matter, those were never the truth. You are of great worth in my eyes. You are a creation I formed in my image, called by your own name, and entrusted with a mission that no one else can fulfill. You are not a coincidence, nor a mistake. You are a deliberate plan. I shaped you beforehand so that you might be a witness of my love in a world filled with unrest. Therefore, do not diminish your value because of the harsh words of people. Hear my decree. You are my treasure, my chosen child, and no power can separate you from my love. Beloved one, I know there are times when you think you must carry everything yourself, that you must be strong so that no one sees your weakness. But you were not created to live in isolation. You were created to lean on me, to learn that true strength does not come from hiding, but from surrender. When you lay your burdens at my feet, you will taste peace like never before. When you yield control to me, you will see doors open easily. Instead of struggling to break them down on your own, I do not blame you for striving. But today, I invite you to rest in my love. As it is written, come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 1:1-8. This is a promise spoken for you right now. Perhaps you think you are too small, that your voice has no power to change anything. But, my child, you are the lamp I have lit. Though the winds of life have tried to extinguish it, it has never gone out. I have seen your faithfulness as you continued walking even when there was no result in sight. I have recorded every sacrifice when you gave in secret without seeking reward. None of these have been forgotten. They are inscribed in the book of remembrance before my throne. One day, you will hear me say, well done, good and faithful servant. Matthew 2:5-1. That joy will far surpass every earthly glory. I do not want you to live in fear any longer. Do not let anxiety steal the joy I have given. Do not let the darkness convince you that the light has gone out. Remember, The night lasts only until dawn breaks, and the light I bring is not temporary. But éternel. You are entering a new season where blessings will no longer be hindered, where peace will no longer be fleeting. You will know with certainty that I am your shepherd, and you will lack nothing. Therefore, rise up, open your heart wide to receive renewal. Do not let the past imprison you. Do not let old wounds define your present. This is the hour in which I speak to you. Go forward. Keep moving, for I go before you. When you do, you will realize that you were never alone. I am the one who goes before to prepare the way, the one who comes behind to guard, and the one who stands beside to keep you safe. All you need to do is believe, and I will take care of the rest. Beloved child, I know there are times when you wonder, why is my heart restless? Why do I spend nights awake for no clear reason? Why does the glance of someone I trusted sometimes cut me to the core? You tell yourself you are too sensitive, or that your mind is imagining things. But, my child, the truth is your soul is touching the deeper realms of the spirit. You have sensed things the natural eyes cannot see. Those uneasinesses are not illusions, but signals from above. They are my gentle warnings, so that you will not fall asleep in deception, but open yourself to receive truth. You have often seen strange dreams that left you troubled. In the night you walked through dim rooms, with symbols and images not easily explained. And when you awoke, your heart trembled. Do not think these are mere products of imagination. I allowed such signs to reach you, so that you may know you can no longer walk as before. I want you to recognize that behind everyday life lies an unseen battle, and you are the one called to overcome it, to no longer be trapped in cycles of disappointment. You have seen, heard, and felt because your spirit is sensitive to my voice. Believe what you perceive, for it is the spiritual truth I am revealing. My child, I know there have been words spoken about you that were not true. Some have secretly sown doubt in the hearts of others to cloud your worth. I have heard it all. I have witnessed every whisper in rooms where you never stepped. But stand firm, for I am the one who will overturn it all. Every malicious word spoken will be nullified. Every hidden scheme will be exposed. This is the time I uncover what has been concealed, not to wound you further, but to heal you. You have lived too long in confusion. Now is the hour of release. As Scripture says, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. John 8:3-2. Truth may cut deep, but it brings freedom. It shatters chains, breaks every bondage, and opens a new beginning. Soften your heart before me. Do not hide behind fear. Do not build walls with doubt. I do not expose to shame you, but to show you your true worth. You have carried burdens that were not yours, the borne blame for things not your fault, and kept silent so others might feel comfortable while your own soul was torn. But, my child, it is time for that to end. I declare to you, you were not born to be a substitute bearer of pain. You were created to walk in freedom, in light, and in the glory I have given. You no longer need to live to please everyone. You need only live to please me. And when you do, you will see your life released. Remember, not one of your prayers has been in vain, even the trembling words whispered in the night. When your heart was heavy, I heard them. Even the silent tears, I have gathered them as precious jewels. As it is written in Psalm 3:4-1-8, the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. This is proof that you have never been abandoned. What you thought was the end was only the beginning of a new chapter. Today I declare plainly, the old season has passed. The new season is here. Walk forward with confidence, for nothing can hold you back any longer. My child, let this truth soak into your heart like fresh water into dry ground. Do not resist, though not reject. Do not delay. This is the moment to rest in my embrace. Do not fear when your heart trembles, for it is the stirring of your spirit before freedom. After the shaking comes restoration. After the breaking comes healing. After the darkness comes light. You will never be the same again. I speak not to frighten you, but so you will know you are stepping into the plan I prepared long ago. All that was old, hidden, and denied is being removed, and you will stand upon an unshakable foundation. Beloved one, I want you to listen closely to what I speak today. Do not think these are random words. Every line, every phrase has been prepared for you to awaken your soul from the heaviness that has lingered too long. I have seen what you endured, the sleepless nights, the confusion that twisted your heart. You thought no one understood, but I did. You thought no one was near, but I was. I never abandoned you, not even when you felt left behind. Remember the times you almost collapsed. There were days when just one more burden would have been too much. There were nights you asked, do I have any reason to continue? But, my child, you are still standing here, and that is proof that my hand has sustained you, not because you were strong enough, but because I gave you strength, not because you were wise enough, but because I granted understanding. I am the one who shielded you from dangers you never saw, who blocked the plans of darkness meant to destroy you. If you knew everything I have done to protect you, you would weep with gratitude. I know there have been stretches when you felt trapped in cycles. You tried, yet everything crumbled again. You strived, yet results never lasted. You cried out, why does this keep happening? What did I do wrong? I heard your cry. And today I answer, you are neither cursed nor forgotten, but there are spiritual burdens laid upon your lineage for generations, like invisible chains that cause the same pain to repeat. Yet rejoice, for now I declare that cycle ends today. I am cutting those chains, breaking those curses. You will no longer repeat the failures of past generations, no longer be bound by fear and doubt. You will step into freedom, because you are my child. Do not let old memories drown you any longer. I know there are memories you dread recalling, because they stab your heart. I know there are words once spoken that broke you, causing you to close off. But you are not defined by your past. You are not bound by those cruel words. You are defined by my decree. And my decree says you are my treasure, my chosen one, my beloved child whom I cherish. No power can separate you from my love. No accusation can erase the righteousness I have given you. Understand, your trials were not sent to destroy you, but to shape you. I let you pass through storms not to be drowned, but to learn to stand in the wind. I allowed you to walk through drought not to die of thirst, but to discover that I am the living water. I permitted betrayal not to harden you, but to show that true love is found only in me. All of this had a purpose to mature you, to give you discernment between truth and lies, to teach you how to walk in the light. Believe that I am renewing you. Do not think you are too weak to change. It is when you feel weakest that I work most powerfully. As Paul said, When I am weak, then I am strong. 2 Corinthians 12:15. For my strength is made perfect in your weakness. Let me be that strength. Let me fight for you. You do not need to carry everything alone. Just believe, and leave the rest to me. I declare to you, this is the moment for your eyes to open and see truth. The lies that once covered you are dissolving. The chains that bound you are breaking. You are no longer a victim, you are a victor. You are no longer abandoned, you are chosen. You no longer walk in darkness, you are stepping into light. And that light will shine through you to others who are lost as you once were. Beloved child, I know you have often asked in your heart, why must I endure so much injustice? Why are my efforts never rewarded? Why do those I trusted hurt me so deeply, my child? I have heard each of those questions. I have known each pain you carried. But today I say to you, none of these things came to destroy you, but to testify of my faithfulness. Even temporary failures and wounds you thought were meaningless are becoming foundations upon which I build your life upon the rock. You are not forgotten. You are chosen to prove that. My love never changes. Look deeper, my child. Without rejection, would you have learned humility without betrayal? Would you have known forgiveness without despair? Would you have discovered that I am your only hope? Every event in your life carries a message. Do not see them as meaningless burdens, but as stones building a path that leads you closer to me. I did not allow suffering just for suffering's sake. I allowed it so you could know yourself, and above all, know me. There were times you felt abandoned in the wilderness. Yet in the wilderness I fed my people with manna from heaven. So too, you are on a journey to discover that I can provide even in the driest place. You thought you were lacking, but in truth I was leading you to abundance. You thought you were forsaken, but I was using circumstances to open your eyes, showing you that my hand never left you. As Psalm 3:7-5 declares, I was young, and now I am old. Yet I have never seen the righteous forsaken or their children begging bread. This is your assurance that you will never be forgotten. I know there have been moments when you wanted to give up. Times you thought, perhaps I am not worthy of blessing. Perhaps my life is only an endless chain of disappointments. But, my child, that is the enemy's lie. The truth is that you were created for great purpose. You were chosen to walk in light. You were not made to drown in bitterness, but to be a witness of life. I do not see you through the lens of your failures. I see you through my love and my perfect plan. And what I see is a precious child, a vessel filled with my glory, a lamp shining in the darkness. Do not fear when your heart trembles. It is preparation for transformation. Do not resist when you feel broken, for in brokenness I can piece together your life into a beautiful design. Do not shrink back when darkness surrounds, for in that darkness you will see my light more clearly than ever. Let me do my work. Let me heal. Let me restore. Let me lift you up. You do not need to know everything beforehand. A single yes is enough to set heaven in motion. Remember my words, for I know the plans I have for you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 2:9-11. You think the present is only trials, but behind them is my plan of peace. You think every door has closed, but I am opening a greater door, leading to a place beyond imagination. Do not measure your journey by what you see now, for you are only in the middle of the story. The ending I have prepared will exceed all you could ask or think. Beloved one, let your heart rest in these words. You do not need to compare yourself with others, for your path is unique. You do not need to prove your worth, for it has already been set by me. You do not need to live in fear, for my perfect love casts out all fear. Abide in me, and when you do, you will see everything change. You will see joy no longer fleeting, but lasting. You will see peace no longer fragile, but steadfast. You will see blessing no longer distant, but present in each step. So open wide your heart. Let the past rest. Let the present become the place of my work. Let your future be guided by me. You no longer need to circle in disappointment. You no longer need to ask why. For today I declare everything has meaning. Everything is within my plan, and everything is leading to a good end. Rise up and believe, for I am making all things new in your life. My child, I know you have often asked, do my efforts truly matter? Does anyone see the sweat and tears I have shed? Does anyone realize that behind my smile is a broken heart, my child? I tell you, everything you have done, everything you have endured, has not vanished into nothing. It has been recorded in the book of remembrance before me. Every sacrifice, no matter how small, I have remembered, even when people did not notice. I, the one who sees, all saw it, and I have not forgotten. Remember, some things happen to test your faithfulness. When you gave without thanks, when you forgave without recognition, when you bore injustice in silence without defense, at that very moment, heaven leaned down to record it. Those acts are not meaningless. They are jewels in your heavenly treasure. One day you will see the reward I give far exceed anything you imagined. As it is written, God is not unjust. He will not forget your work and the love you have shown him. Hebrews 6:10. This is your assurance that not one drop of your sweat was in vain. I know there have been times when you were wounded by those you trusted. They spoke words that cut you, acted in ways that made you feel unvalued. You tried to bury it, yet the pain still lingers. I want you to understand that I do not turn a blind eye to such injustices. I see, I hear, and I remember. But I also want you to know that I do not allow those wounds to remain as bitterness alone. I use them to teach you forgiveness, to expand your heart, and to shape you into my likeness. Forgiveness does not mean you agree with what is wrong. It means you choose not to let that wrong imprison your soul. When you forgive, the chains upon your heart will break, and you will step into true freedom. My child, the path you walk is not only for yourself. Many other souls are watching you. They are waiting for proof that I am real, that I still act, that I still love. Your life itself is the living letter they read each day. You may think you are just a small person, but in truth, I am using you as a lamp set upon a stand. That light may be humble, yet it is enough to drive away the darkness around those who are lost. Therefore, do not despise yourself. Your worth is far greater than you can see. There is a truth I want you to engrave in your heart today. You are not a victim, you are a victor. You are not a failure, you are the chosen one. You are not forgotten, you are the one called out of darkness into marvelous light. I have seen you stand firm after every fall. I have seen you keep walking when your feet grew weary. I have seen you choose to love even when betrayed. This is the proof that my grace is within you. Do not underestimate that strength, for it will carry you to places you never thought you could reach. Lift your eyes forward. Do not let them remain fixed on the disappointments of the past. The past no longer has the power to shape your future. I am opening a new chapter, where you will walk with a renewed confidence. You will no longer carry burdens that were never yours. You will no longer apologize for things that were not your fault. You will no longer dim your light just to make others comfortable. From this day on, you will rise with a holy dignity, knowing that you are my child, and nothing can change that truth. Do not fear when you find yourself different. Do not shrink back when your path is unlike the crowd's. It is I who have called you to be set apart, to be an instrument in my hand. You were not created to blend into the masses, but to shine amid the darkness. You were not made to remain silent, but to lift your voice in praise. You were not formed to live in doubt, but to walk by faith. Embrace this difference as part of your calling. And, my child, never forget that every trial you are facing has an appointed end. Pain does not last forever, and testing will not remain without limit. The day will come when you will look back and see that what you thought was loss became the doorway to blessing. What you thought was an ending was, in fact, the beginning of a new chapter. For I am the one who turns mourning into praise, ashes into a crown of glory, and night into radiant dawn. You will not remain in darkness forever. You will step into the light, and that light will never fade. Therefore, rise up, lift your voice, and walk with courage. I go before you to open the way. I go behind you to shield you, and I walk beside you to keep you safe. No enemy can prevail when I am your defender. No harsh word can destroy you when I am your advocate. No loneliness can consume you when I am the one who is always with you. Stand firm, for your future is not written by lies, but by the truth I have spoken, and that truth declares, you are my beloved child, called, kept, and never forsaken. My beloved child, I want you to pause and recognize that you are standing at a very significant threshold. This is not an ordinary moment, but the crossing point between what is old and coming to a close, and what is new and about to begin. You can sense this deep within your soul, a trembling without clear reason, a spiritual pressure that makes your heart beat stronger, a whisper echoing, the time has come. Do not dismiss these feelings, for they are not random. This is how I awaken your spirit, preparing you to step into the season I have appointed. I know that along your journey, you have walked through much darkness. You have entered rooms where the atmosphere grew cold, sending shivers through you, though no one had acted. You have looked into the eyes of those you love and felt something had shifted. You have heard sweet words on their lips, yet sensed a hidden distance in their hearts. You told yourself, perhaps I am too suspicious. Perhaps it is only my imagination. But I tell you truly, your spirit has touched a reality that the natural eye cannot see. You are not imagining. You are being reminded. You are being trained to discern between what is true and what is false, between light and darkness, between genuine love and deceit. My child, I allowed you to feel these things not to cause you pain, but to prepare you. If you had never felt the chill of coldness, you would not know the worth of true warmth. If you had never experienced betrayal, you would not grasp the depth of loyalty. If you had never tasted deceit, you would not value truth so profoundly. You are being refined through every circumstance, becoming a stronger, clearer, unshakable witness. You are no longer the naive child who believes every word easily, but a maturing one in faith, learning to measure everything by me as the only standard of truth. Remember, The spiritual signals you have sensed are not a game. They are warnings that hidden things have been whispered about you. Words have been spoken in the dark. Plans formed behind your back. I do not tell you this to make you afraid, but to let you know that I am exposing them. Nothing can remain hidden forever before the light. The time has come for all things to be revealed. And you, yes, you must be ready to face the truth. It may bring tears. It may cause trembling. But in the end, it will set you free. As it is written in John 8:3-2, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. That freedom is drawing near, and you are the one who will walk into it. I know there are times when you feel as though you are living in a play where everyone else has the script but you. They smile at you, yet when they turn away, they sigh. They call your name, yet avoid meeting your eyes. You feel the contradiction, but have no evidence to prove it. Many times you have dismissed it, telling yourself, I am just too sensitive. But today I say that sensitivity is not a burden. It is a gift. You have been given the ability to see what others cannot see, to hear what others cannot hear, to know what others do not yet know. It is my gift to you, and you must learn to trust it instead of denying it. My child, what I am about to do is overturn every word that has been spoken against you. The poisonous words once cast into the air are now being nullified. The schemes designed to pull you down are now being exposed. This is the moment when you will see that no accusation can stand when I am on your side. As Romans 8:3-1 declares, if God is for us, who can be against us? I am your advocate. I am your defender. I am the one who lifts you up. You do not need to argue, nor to justify yourself. Let me do it for you. This is also the time for you to release what you cannot change. You cannot control the hearts of others, but you can choose how you respond. You cannot stop what people say about you, but you can choose to place your trust in me instead of in their words. You cannot change the past, but you can walk in the present with faith that I am leading you into a new future. Learn to lay every burden in my hands. When you do, you will feel your shoulders grow light. When you stop trying to hold everything on your own, you will see the miracle of what happens when it rests in mine. My child, I remind you once more, you are not walking alone. Every feeling you have, every tear you shed, every fear you endure, I know them all. I do not promise that there will never again be storms, but I do promise that in the midst of those storms, you will see my power revealed. I do not promise that you will never cry again, but I do promise that every tear will be wiped away. I do not promise that there will never again be nights of darkness, but I do promise that the dawn will surely come. My love is the greatest guarantee over your life. Stand firm in faith, for you are stepping into a season where everything will change. My beloved child, I want you to understand clearly what is happening in your life is not a random sequence of events. Everything is within the plan I have already laid out. From the times you were wounded, the silent tears you shed, to the moments you felt you no longer had the strength to continue, all of these I am using to bring about something good. Not a single moment has been wasted. Even the mistakes you once made, I have turned into lessons to help you mature. I am the one who makes all things work together for good for those who love me, and you are one of them. I know that in this journey, you have often longed for confirmation. You have prayed, Lord, please give me a sign so that I may know you are still with me. And today I say to you these very words. This very moment is that sign. This is the answer to the nights you cried out. This is the proof that I hear you. This is the evidence that heaven has never ignored your voice. You do not need to wait any longer, for I am here right now speaking directly to you. There are those who have spoken your name in regret, in whispers you have never heard. They have uttered truths they long tried to hide from you. I reveal this not to make you bitter, but so that you may know the truth has come to light. When the truth is revealed, chains are broken. When truth is spoken, the power of lies ends. Remember, I am the one who guarantees justice for you. I will not allow darkness to prevail forever. The time has come for all hidden things to be brought out, and you will see my justice revealed. Do not think that you must face all this in your own strength. I know your heart trembles. I know that at times you wish to turn away so as not to hear painful truths. But I declare to you, you are not alone. I am right here, facing it all with you. I am your Father, your Comforter, your Good Shepherd. When you feel you cannot endure, remember you are leaning on my shoulder. When you think you will collapse, remember I am the firm foundation holding you up. Do not fear, for I will never allow you to bear more than you can carry. The truth may bring you to tears, but they are tears of release. You have carried too much pain in silence. You have forced yourself to appear strong. You have endured to please others. But now I tell you this, you no longer need to live that way. You were not born to bear burdens that are not yours. You were not created to remain silent in the face of falsehood. You were created to live in freedom, in light, in truth. And you can only step into that freedom when you open your heart to embrace truth, even if it causes tears for a moment. My child, remember this truth does not come to destroy you, but to build you. It does not come to make you fall, but to help you stand stronger. It does not come to steal your joy, but to give you lasting joy. Your heart may feel shattered when faced with truth, but out of that breaking comes deeper healing. As Psalm 147:3 says, He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. I am the one who will heal you. I will take your ashes and crown you with beauty. I will turn your mourning into garments of praise. I will transform the barren land into a flourishing garden. Let me remind you, you are not defined by the words spoken behind your back. You are not shaped by lies, accusations, or mockery. You are defined by my voice. And my voice always declares, you are my beloved, chosen, forgiven, redeemed at a great price. Do not let anyone make you forget this truth. Do not let any circumstance obscure your worth in me. I am opening a new season for you. This season will not be like the old one. It will not be filled with the same cycles of disappointment, nor with confusion clouding your path. This is the season where you will see my righteousness pour out over your life. This is the season where you will see promises fulfilled, tears wiped away, and hidden desires answered. You will know beyond doubt that I have never abandoned you, that I have always been waiting patiently for you to open your heart to me. My child, receive the truth with all your faith. Do not let fear hold you back. Do not let doubt cause you to miss this moment. This is the appointed time. This is the opportunity your soul has long awaited. Say to me, I am ready. When you speak these words, you will see closed doors swing open. You will see invisible chains fall away. You will see the veil lifted from your eyes, so you may clearly behold the path I have prepared. You will know that you were never alone, never forsaken, never unloved. My child, I declare to you this very moment, you are stepping into a new season. A season where everything will change in ways you never imagined. You have walked rough roads, endured pains that only I have seen, carried wounds unseen by others. You once thought those wounds would define your life, that those tears would forever accompany you. But today I tell you those were chapters of the past, and a new chapter is opening. You are no longer bound by the past. You no longer have to live within the limits others have set. You no longer have to carry burdens that are not yours. This is the hour of your release. Remember, nothing you have gone through is meaningless. I have used every circumstance, every failure, every season of waiting to shape you. Just as gold must pass through fire to be refined, so must your soul endure trials to shine. Do not despise the days you thought were wasted, for it was in those very days that I laid the foundation for your growth. You did not realize it, but every tear became a seed sown into the ground. And now, harvest time is near. You will see those seeds blossom, bearing fruit in abundance, bringing blessing not only to you but to many others. I know you have often felt trapped in an invisible cage. You longed for freedom. You longed to soar, but it seemed as though a heavy weight held you back. You asked yourself, why does joy fade so quickly? Why is peace so fragile? Why can I never feel completely whole? You thought the problem was within yourself, that you were not good enough, not strong enough. But I say to you, that is not the truth. The issue does not lie in your worth, for your worth has already been sealed by me. The issue is that there were spiritual chains binding you, words spoken, curses uttered, hidden intentions formed against you. These have held you back from entering into complete freedom. But today, I declare every chain has been broken. Every accusation has lost its power. You are free, because you belong to me. My child, this is the time for you to lift up your head. No longer bow in shame. No longer let the past define your present. No longer let lies overshadow my voice. You are mine, my treasured possession, the one I love with unchanging love. Though people may abandon you, I never will. Though the world may despise you, I will raise you up. Though some may try to erase your name, I have engraved it on the palms of my hands. And I tell you this, you will be honored in the very place where you were once shamed. You will be lifted up in the very place where you were once forgotten. It is time for you to recognize that every tear you have shed has not been in vain. I have kept them as precious jewels. Every time you silently endured injustice, every time you yielded the better portion to someone else, every time you sacrificed without anyone knowing, it has all been remembered by me. And now, you are about to see the reward. As Galatians 6:9 declares, let us not grow weary in doing good, for in due season we will reap. If we do not give up, you have sown, you have persevered, and now it is time for you to reap, not reaping in tears, but in joy, not reaping in loneliness, but in my companionship, not reaping in bitterness, but in overflowing peace. I know there were forces in the darkness that once sought to control you, to keep you from ever advancing. But behold, they have lost their power. When my light shines, darkness must retreat. When my voice resounds, every other voice must fall silent. When my power moves, no force can hinder it. You are being led into a new season, where everything will be reordered. What once hindered you will become a stepping stone. What once caused you pain will become a testimony of healing. What once stole your hope will become the very reason you praise me. My beloved, I want you to open your heart to hear clearly. Nothing that happens around you is accidental. From the cold stares you have received, from the whispers you could not fully hear, from the doors that shut just when you thought you were about to enter, all have been under my watch. I know you have often doubted yourself, blaming that perhaps you are not good enough, perhaps you are unworthy, perhaps blessings are only meant for others. But my child, I declare to you those are lies. You have been called by name, chosen by me before the foundation of the world, and you bear the seal of my love. No accusation can ever overshadow that truth. There have been words spoken in the darkness, like arrows aimed at your heart. You did not hear them directly, yet your soul felt their weight. You wondered why your joy faded so quickly, why your peace was fragile, why it seemed as if an invisible wall stood in your way. Today I say it is because those words carried spiritual force, sewn to bind you. But do not fear, for I have come to break them. As Isaiah 5:4-17 declares, no weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against you in judgment you shall condemn. This is your inheritance, for you belong to me. No word spoken can stand against you, for I am your advocate. Believe that exposure does not come to hurt you, but to heal you. You have lived too long in confusion, in fear that if you knew the truth, you would collapse. But my child, the truth does not kill you, it sets you free. You have asked me many times, why do I feel stuck, unable to step out of this cycle? And today I answer because what was hidden had not yet been brought into the light. Now I am unveiling. You may tremble, you may weep, but remember, after the tears comes peace. After the pain comes restoration. After the breaking comes a new heart, stronger, clearer, and closer to me. I know you have carried the burdens of others without complaint. You have apologized for things that were not your fault. You have chosen silence to keep peace, even as your own heart bled. But I say from now on, you do not need to live that way anymore. You are not a target for others to pour out their pain. You were not created to be imprisoned in silence. You were created to live in truth, to walk in freedom, to become a voice for the light. It is time for you to lay down the burdens that were never yours to bear, so that your hands may be empty to receive the blessings I have prepared. I want you to understand one more thing when truth is revealed. The enemy's power ends, for lies can only survive in darkness. Once the light shines, he has no place to hide. Therefore, do not fear the truth. Do not run from it. Face it with the confidence that I am with you. I will not allow truth to crush you, but I will use it to release you. I will turn accusations into opportunities to prove your righteousness. I will turn lies into testimonies of my faithfulness, and you will know that in the end, only my voice carries weight in your life. My beloved, believe that this very hour is a divinely appointed hour. It is no accident that you hear these words now. It is no coincidence that your heart trembles within you. It is the sign that you are standing at the threshold of transformation. Do not let doubt slow you down. Do not let fear hold you back. This is the moment for you to say yes and allow me to lead you into a new season, a season of peace, of clarity, and of freedom. You have come to a sacred threshold. This is not just a fleeting moment in the flow of life, but a turning point, a crossroads that will change the road ahead completely. I want you to know that you are no longer bound to the old cycles, no longer condemned to live in weariness, no longer haunted by voices of denial. All that once held you back has now lost its power, for I myself am moving. And when I move, no power can stand against it. I know you have walked through heavy days. You have stifled your cries to appear strong. You have carried burdens upon your shoulders while your heart grew weary. Many times you chose silence instead of defending yourself, chose endurance instead of striving, chose sacrifice instead of seeking your own gain. The world did not understand, but I understood. People may forget, but I remember. Heaven has recorded every action, every thought, every tear you have shed. And today I declare nothing you have endured has been in vain. All of it is becoming testimony, becoming seed for a great harvest that is soon to come. My child, the lies once spoken against you are being overturned. The accusations sown to bring you down are now becoming opportunities for me to prove your righteousness. The schemes of darkness designed to make you stumble are now being exposed by me, rendered powerless. You will see with clarity that no weapon formed against you can succeed, for I am the one who defends you. I am the one who fights for you. You need only stand still and behold my salvation. Do not think that you must fight by your own strength. You do not need to strain yourself any longer. You do not need to prove your worth to anyone. You need only to believe and to yield. When you yield, you will see me move. When you let go, you will see me make a way. When you trust, you will see miracles unfold. As Exodus 1:4 declares, the Lord will fight for you, and you have only to be silent. This is my promise for you today. Let me do my part, while you rest in my love. My child, I know you have longed for clarity. You have prayed, Lord, let me know the truth. Open my eyes to see what is happening. And today, I answer, this is the appointed time when I expose what has been hidden. You may weep when you hear it, but do not fear, for those tears will no longer be tears of meaningless sorrow, but tears of release. After these tears, you will find your heart made light. After these tears, you will feel the wings of your soul open to rise higher. After these tears, you will see a new dawn breaking over your life. My child, do not think this unveiling comes to shame you. On the contrary, it comes to lift you up. For when darkness is pushed back, the light shines more brightly. When lies are unmasked, truth is revealed with unstoppable force. When all is brought into the open, you will no longer be imprisoned by uncertainty. You will walk with new confidence, because you will know who you are in me. You will no longer be defined by the words of men, but by the voice of your heavenly Father. I have seen how you forgave even when betrayed, how you loved even when rejected, how you continued walking even when the road was steep. And I declare your faithfulness has not been in vain. You will hear my voice saying, as in Matthew 2:5-1, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a little. I will set you over much. Enter into the joy of your master. That day will come, and that joy will far surpass all that you ever gave up. Prepare yourself, for you will no longer be the same. This truth will change the way you see everything. It will help you discern what is real and what is false, who are true companions and who are only with you for a short stretch of the journey. Do not fear loss, for when you lose what is not real, You will be given what is true. When you let go of what is false, you will receive what is eternal. When you allow me to refine, what remains will be pure, steadfast, and worthy of trust. The time has come for you to step into a new chapter. You are no longer a victim, you are a victor. You are no longer a captive, you are the one set free. You are no longer one who dwells in darkness, you are one who walks in the light. And that light will shine through you to guide many others. You will become a witness of my love through your very life. My child, I want you to engrave this truth in your heart: I have never abandoned you. Even in those moments when you thought you were alone in the dark, from the time when you did not yet know how to call upon my name, I was watching every step you took. From the time of your simple and childlike prayers, I inclined my ear to listen. As you grew older, carrying wounds and burdens, still, I did not leave you. You thought you had been forgotten. But in reality, those solitary steps were the very proof that I was carrying you. Without me, you would not have overcome the high mountains and the deep valleys you have walked through. My child, there were moments when your heart felt shattered by the harsh words of others. They did not know what you had endured. They did not understand the battles within you. Yet they were quick to judge. I saw how you remained silent, choosing not to retaliate, choosing to keep peace rather than fight in your own strength. Heaven has recorded those moments. And today I declare those very moments of silent endurance have become your shield. Your faithfulness in the little things is now opening the way for you to step into greater things. I know that many times you tried to be strong on your own. You did not want anyone to see your weakness, did not want anyone to know that inside you were melting away. But my child, you do not need to pretend before me. You can weep. You can tremble. You can pour out all that is in your heart. I do not reject those tears. On the contrary, I treasure them as precious jewels. As Psalm 5:6-8 declares, you have kept count of my wanderings, put my tears in your bottle. Are they not in your book? Do you see every tear you have shed has been valued by me? Not a single one was meaningless. My child, let me remind you, you no longer need to carry everything alone. For too long you have borne the responsibilities of others, carried pain that was not yours, apologized for things you did not cause. You thought it was love, but in truth, it has been wearing down your soul. I have called you to love, but I have not called you to bear the burdens of the whole world. I have sent the way, the truth, and the life to carry them on your behalf. Lay down the burdens that are not yours, for I declare, come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 1:1-8. This is my invitation to you today. I have seen how you have sought to preserve peace, even when it caused your heart to bleed. You have chosen silence so others could rejoice, chosen to give the better portion to others, chosen to endure loss so others could gain. And you have asked, does anyone see? Does anyone acknowledge my child? I have seen, and I have never forgotten. Heaven remembers every sacrifice you have made. You thought you were losing, but in truth you were storing up treasure in heaven. You thought you were at a disadvantage, but in truth you were being prepared to receive spiritual authority that the world cannot give. My child, I know there are moments when you think you are not enough to finish this journey. You see your limitations, your weaknesses, your failures of the past, and you fear that they will prevent you from reaching the goal. But I declare you are not defined by those limitations. You are not bound by the past. You are defined by my word over you. And that word still resounds today. You are my beloved child. In you I am well pleased. That is the truth, and nothing can change it. My child, be assured that this journey is not in vain. Every hardship is shaping you into a living witness of my faithfulness. Every wound is becoming proof that my grace is sufficient for you. Every tear is becoming a seed sown, and you will see the harvest. Remember, the weed only bears fruit after the seed falls into the ground and dies. In the same way, what you thought was the end is in fact the beginning of a new season. You will see life spring forth out of loss. You will see the dawn break after the night. You will see blessings overflow after trials. My beloved child, I call you to enter into true rest, not the rest that the world gives, but the rest that is found in my arms. You do not need to strive for recognition, nor contend to keep what belongs to you. I am the one who protects you, the one who defends you, the one who guards your inheritance. Let your heart be still in my presence. Let your soul find peace in my love. And as you rest in me, you will discover new strength, new hope, and a peace you have never known. Therefore, put your trust in me. Allow me to fight on your behalf. Allow me to lift the burden from your shoulders. Allow me to wipe away your tears and give you a new smile. Allow me to make your life a testimony of my everlasting love and faithfulness. From this moment forward, you no longer have to walk in fear. You no longer have to tremble in doubt. You no longer have to live as one weighed down by unnamed burdens. You are my beloved child, and I am the faithful Father. I have never left you, and I never will. My child, I know you have whispered in the darkness many times, Lord. Do I have the strength to go on? Can I carry all these burdens? I have heard every cry. I know how many times your heart has cracked under the weight of what you could not bear. You have lived days when, each morning as you awoke, you had to gather every ounce of strength just to continue. You wanted to give up many times, yet a mysterious power lifted you up again. My child, that was my hand. It was not by your own doing, but I who carried you. If you look back carefully, you will see the moments when you should have fallen. But by my mercy, you still stand. You have often pleaded for a word of confirmation, a sign that your journey is not in vain. And today, I affirm every step you have taken matters. Even when you walked through the darkest valley, you did not walk alone. I went before you to make the way, behind you to cover you, beside you to comfort you. Every step you took, I saw. Every sigh you breathed, I recorded. Every tear you shed, I gathered. Heaven has not remained silent to your cry. And today I declare you will see fruit from the very things you once thought were meaningless. I know you have sacrificed many times without receiving gratitude. You gave love but were met with indifference. You gave generously but were misunderstood. You kept silent to preserve peace, yet were regarded as weak. My child, I saw it all. I have written every deed in the book of life. And I say to you, not one sacrifice is in vain. Not one tear has been forgotten. Not one act of kindness has lost its reward. In the time I have appointed, you will see the recompense, and this reward does not come from the hand of man, but from me, the righteous and faithful one. My child, I know you have been betrayed many times. Those you trusted wounded you. Those you loved brought you to tears. I do not deny the pain, but I want you to understand, you are not defined by betrayal, but by my love. I did not allow those wounds to destroy you, but to teach you forgiveness. Forgiveness does not mean agreeing with what was wrong, but releasing yourself from the chains of bitterness. When you forgive, you are not weak. You are strong. When you forgive, you reflect my image, the one who forgave all humanity, though they did not deserve it. My child, believe that these sorrows will become a testimony of my work in you. When others see you still standing, though you once fell, they will know that I am real. When they see you still loving though you were betrayed, they will recognize that my love lives in you. When they see you forgive though deeply wounded, they will understand that my grace is sufficient for you. You will become a living witness, not merely by words, but by your very life. My beloved child, it is time for you to know that you no longer have to live in shame. You do not need to apologize for the light you carry. You do not need to shrink yourself so that others may feel comfortable. You do not need to take on responsibilities I never placed upon you. I did not call you to become a burden to yourself, but to become a blessing to many. For this, you must lay down what does not belong to you and take hold of the blessings I have prepared. I want you to rise with a new faith. You have lived too long in doubt. Too often you have let fear dominate. But today I break it all. The words that once wounded you will lose their power. The memories that once made you tremble will lose their grip. The darkness that once overshadowed you will fade away. My light is breaking forth, and you will see yourself renewed completely, not only with a healed heart, but with a strong, clear, and resilient spirit. Today I declare to you every burden you have carried, every wound you have borne, every tear you have shed, all are becoming testimony to my eternal love. You no longer need to wonder if you have worth, for your worth was established long ago. You no longer need to fear being enough, for in me, you are complete. You no longer need to seek the approval of men, for I have engraved your name upon the palms of my hands. So lift up your head, leave the past behind. Let the present be the place where I act. Let the future open before you like a radiant doorway. This is no longer the time to wait in fear, but the time to walk in trust. Say to me, I am ready. And when you say it, heaven will move. Angels will surround you. Chains will fall away. New doors will open. You will walk in freedom, in peace, in glory, for you are my beloved child, and I am the faithful Father who has never left you. My beloved child, I want you to pause and listen deeply, for what I speak is the key for you to step into a new chapter. You have gone through many trials, shed countless tears, and carried wounds that no one could fully understand. You once thought that you had to stand firm on your own, to find solutions by yourself, to protect yourself. But my child, I did not create you to live in such loneliness. I am the one who promised never to leave you, and that promise remains unbroken to this very day. My child, there are things you cannot explain. Why did others treat you so harshly when you loved wholeheartedly? Why did the relationships you trusted fall apart? Why have the dreams you cherished been delayed for so long? I say to you, this is not failure, but divin arrangement. I closed the wrong doors so that you would not walk the wrong path. I allowed certain relationships to end in order to protect you from deeper wounds. I delayed some of your desires so that your heart could mature and be strong enough to hold greater blessings. You have not been abandoned, you are being led. I want you to know that you are never invisible to me. even if the world forgets you, even if someone deliberately despises you, even if cruel words once wounded you, I still affirm your worth. You are a precious jewel in my hand. You are the one redeemed at a very high price, the blood of the spotless Lamb. Never allow anyone to define you with lies. Let my voice define you. And my voice still resounds, you are my beloved child. In you I am well pleased. Look back on the path you have walked and see that every time you thought you would collapse, I lifted you up. When you felt you could not endure, I gave you new strength. When you felt utterly alone, I sent small signs to remind you that you were never by yourself. It may have been an encouraging word from a stranger, a song that moved you to tears, a dream with a clear message, or a coincidence that could not be explained. All of these were proof that I never left you. You have carried many burdens that were not yours. You have apologized many times for things you did not do. You have tried so hard to please others that you lost yourself. But my child, I do not want you to live like that anymore. I call you to live in freedom. You are not meant to carry the weight of others. You do not need to dim your light so that someone else feels comfortable. I created you to shine, to walk in truth, to become a blessing. Lay down those burdens and let me carry them. My child, it is time for you to stop doubting yourself. You once thought that the stirrings in your heart were only imagination, but I say they are the spiritual sensitivity I have given you. You were created to perceive what others cannot see. You were chosen to hear the whispers of heaven. Do not reject this gift, for it is the compass that guides you. You will see more clearly, hear more deeply, discern truth from lies, light from darkness. Learn to trust the voice within your heart, for it is I who am guiding you. I want you to know that you are very close to breakthrough. All the waiting has not been in vain. Every tear has meaning. Every time you fell but stood again was preparation. Now, a new season is coming. You will see doors opening one after another. You will see dreams revived. You will experience peace and lasting joy. This is no longer a distant hope. It is a reality drawing near. Therefore, be steadfast in faith. You are about to enter a new chapter, a chapter of freedom, clarity, and restoration. Believe that you are no longer forgotten, but chosen. You are no longer a victim, but a victor. You are no longer bound, but set free to live a life made whole in me. My beloved child, right now you stand at a sacred turning point. Everything you have experienced in the past, joy and sorrow, success and failure, laughter and tears has led you to this very moment. This is not a random intersection, but a divine appointment I set long ago. You may not understand all the reasons. You may often wonder why things happened as they did. But I want you to trust nothing in your life is outside of my hand. Every step, every tear, every sigh is woven into my plan of love for you. I remind you again, my child, I know you have walked through days that seemed endless. There were nights when you lay down with a heavy heart, your pulse racing as though you were carrying the weight of the whole world on your shoulders. You longed to sleep in order to forget, yet your sleep was filled with haunting shadows. You asked, Lord, why can I not find peace? And I was silent not because I abandoned you, but because I was training you to hear my whisper in the stillness. My child, I do not measure your love for me by how strong you appear, but by how tightly you continue to hold my hand even in your weakness. You once thought that what you went through was only random, that you were a victim of circumstance. But today I declare to you, you are not a victim, you are chosen. Every sorrow was not meant to destroy you, but to refine you. Every failure was not meant to end you, but to prepare you. Every delay was not meant to discourage you, but to make you mature. Just as Job endured great trials and in the end could still proclaim, "But as for me, I know that my Redeemer lives," Job 19:25. So too will you one day rise and declare that I have always been with you. I know how you tried to keep your faith even when everything around you seemed to crumble. You did not let the flame die out, even when it was only a faint ember. I saw how you continued to pray, though your prayers trembled and broke with sobs. I saw how you chose to love, though your heart was scarred. I saw how you kept walking, though your feet were weary. And I say to you, those very moments shook the heavens. Those very moments proved that you are mine, that you did not give up, that you are my faithful child. I want you to understand that the season of waiting is about to end. This is the moment when promises are fulfilled. This is the season when your tears will turn into laughter. This is the day when what was once lost will be restored. You have sown in tears, but you will reap in joy. You have walked through the night, but dawn is breaking. You have waited in weariness, but now a new season has opened. Prepare your heart, for I am about to do things you never imagined. My child, do not think that I have not heard your voice just because the answer did not come at the time you expected. You must understand I am never late, nor am I ever early. I am always on time. When I open a door, no one can shut it. When I shut a door, no one can open it. What I am doing in your life goes far beyond what your natural eyes can see. Right now you may only see scattered fragments, but I see the whole picture. And in that picture, you are an irreplaceable part. I know you have often worried about the future. You have asked yourself, will I have enough strength? Am I walking the right path? Have I missed something important? Today I declare, do not worry. The future is in my hands, not in yours. You cannot control everything, but you can trust me, the one who controls all things. As Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for peace and not for harm, to give you a future and a hope." That is my promise for you today. My child, I want you to let go of what is behind. Do not allow the past to hold you captive. Do not let accusations, painful memories, or old failures define you. You no longer belong to the past. You belong to the future I have prepared. You are no longer bound by lies. You are freed by truth. You no longer need to bow your head in shame. You can lift your head high in the righteousness I give. This is the day for you to step forward, to live in your true identity. You are my beloved child, chosen, forgiven, and redeemed at a very high price. Therefore, let faith replace fear. Let peace replace anxiety. Let light replace darkness. Let my love overflow in your heart. You no longer have to walk in weariness. You no longer have to live in worry. You no longer have to carry the burdens of others. You are free. You are restored. You are renewed in strength. My beloved child, I want you to know that this very moment is a divine appointment. This is not a fleeting instant that will simply pass away, but a turning point ordained in heaven before you were formed in your mother's womb. You may think that you stumbled upon these words by chance, But I assure you nothing is random in my plan. Everything is a precise arrangement, so that you may hear this call, so that you may know you are not alone, so that you may recognize that I am opening a new path before you. For years, you have carried unanswered questions in your heart. You have asked, why have I been hurt most deeply by those I loved the most? Why have the promises spoken over me not yet been fulfilled? Why does it feel as though I am trapped in a cycle without escape? I have heard it all. And today I declare this is not a sign that you have failed, but a sign that you have been refined until the appointed time. The promise cannot manifest. But now, as you stand in this moment, the heavenly doors are opening. This is the season in which you will step into breakthrough. I know there were moments when you wanted to give up. You felt too weak to go on. You thought there was no hope, no reason left to keep walking. But my child, it was in those very moments when you wanted to stop that I drew closer than ever before. It was when you thought you could no longer endure that I gave you new strength. You did not collapse, not because you were strong, but because I upheld you. And I say to you that very truth is proof that you belong to me. You have never been alone, and you have never been abandoned. Remember, every tear you shed was not in vain. I have gathered each one, every sigh. I have heard every long night of sleeplessness. I have witnessed. I did not only watch, I suffered with you. When you were betrayed, I felt that pain. When you were forgotten, I was still there, whispering, I have never left you. When others despised you, I lifted your face and reminded you, you are a precious jewel in my eyes. My child, I know there have been those who spoke your name in the dark, not to encourage, but to wound. They thought their words would remain hidden, but I heard them all. And now I am overturning everything, every accusation, every lie. Every word spoken against you will lose its power. I am transforming them into evidence that will lift you up. As Isaiah 5:4-17 declares, no weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against you in judgment you shall condemn. This is the inheritance you receive because you belong to me. Now, my child, I want you to learn forgiveness, not because others deserve it, but because you need freedom. You cannot enter the new chapter if you still carry the weight of bitterness. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting, but entrusting judgment to me. Forgiveness does not mean agreeing with what was wrong, but giving yourself the chance to be healed. Look at my son on the cross. He prayed, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Luke 2:3-4. You too must forgive, so that your heart may be freed and your soul restored. It is time to release the past. Do not let painful memory define you. Do not let cruel words imprison you. Do not let old wounds keep you from moving forward. You do not belong to darkness. You belong to light. You are no longer bound. You are free. You no longer need to bow your head. You can lift it high, because you know you are, my beloved. This is your true identity, and no one can take it from you. I want you to see that you do not walk this journey alone. Angels surround you to guard you. I go before you to make the way, behind you to protect, beside you to comfort. When you are weak, I lift you up with my mighty hand. When you are afraid, I whisper, do not fear, for I am with you. When you fall, I do not condemn you, but extend my hand to raise you again. You are my treasured possession, and I will never leave you in the hands of darkness. My child, this is my word to you today. Walk forward with new courage. Let faith replace fear. Let truth dispel every lie. Let light illuminate the path before you. You no longer need to search for your worth, for your worth is in me. You no longer need to crave recognition, for you are already recognized by me. You no longer need to seek love from others, for you already have my eternal love. I am preparing for you a new season, a season of restoration, a season of breakthrough, a season of complete joy. You will see doors open where once they were shut. You will see joy replace your tears. You will see peace replace anxiety. You will see glory replace shame. This is not a distant dream. It is the reality about to unfold. You only need to open your heart and say, I am ready. When you say this, all of heaven will move to fulfill my promise. So then, do not delay. This is your hour. This is your appointed season. This is the moment heaven has prepared. You are no longer a prisoner, you are free. You are no longer forgotten, you are chosen. You no longer dwell in darkness, you are called to walk in the light. And from this day forward, you will never be the same again. My beloved child, I declare to you that now you stand at the final door of the old journey and at the threshold of a new beginning. Everything you have endured, every tear you have shed, every prayer you have whispered in silence, all of it is now converging as testimony to my faithfulness. You did not arrive here by chance. This moment is not random. It has been written in the scroll of your destiny long ago. And now the page is turning to a new chapter. My child, I know there were times you thought you would never escape the darkness. You felt trapped in a narrow room where harsh voices echoed. You asked, Lord, do you hear? Do you see? And today I declare I have heard, I have seen, and I have been there in every moment. When you were most alone, I sat beside you. When you trembled most, I covered you with my arms. When you were weakest, I was the strength that sustained you. Without me, you would not still be standing here to hear this word today. You once thought that my silence meant absence. But my child, my silence was only an invitation for you to draw nearer, to learn how to listen with your spirit and not merely with your earthly ears. You once thought that I had abandoned you, but in truth I was training you to become a stronger witness. That silence was not distance, but a classroom where you learned to distinguish my true voice from the false whispers. And now, you have grown mature enough to hear my clear declaration, you are my beloved child, and I have great plans for you. The wounds will become evidence of healing. The tears will become seeds for the harvest. The failures will become lessons that strengthen your stand. The delays will become testimonies of my perfect timing. You will never see your life the same way again, because now you understand that I cause all things to work together for the good of those who love me. Romans 8:28. And you are one of them. It is time for you to enter into complete restoration. I am not only healing the outward wounds, but I am mending the deep fractures within your soul. I am not only drying your tears, but I am giving you new joy. I am not only removing the burdens, but I am placing power in your hands to live a fulfilled life. This is not just a small change, but a great breakthrough. This is your season, the season where darkness loses its grip, the season where you will walk in the light, the season where you will become a testimony for many others. My child, I know you have feared change. You worried that if everything was exposed, you would not be able to bear it. But I say this change has not come to destroy you, but to set you free When truth comes to light, it may hurt for a moment, but then it will heal. When darkness is driven out, you may feel empty, but then the light will fill it all. When you let go, you may feel loss, but then you will receive abundantly. This is the spiritual law I have established. Those who sow in tears will reap with joy. Believe, my child, that what you are about to step into will be completely different. You will no longer see yourself as small, but you will rise with courage. You will no longer wander in the old cycle, but you will walk on a new path. You will no longer doubt my love, but you will live in the certainty that you have never been abandoned. You will see clearly that I have chosen you, called you, and anointed you to be a witness. And you will not only be free for yourself, but you will become a blessing for many who are searching for the light. Hear me, child, open your mouth and declare the truth. Say, I believe. I am ready. I belong to you. When you declare this, the chains will fall. When you confess, the darkness will tremble. When you open your heart, the Holy Spirit will fill you. This is no longer the time to hesitate. This is no longer the hour to delay. This is the very moment for you to step into the breakthrough that heaven has prepared. I say to you again, you are no longer a victim. You are a victor. You are no longer bound. You are the one set free. You are no longer forgotten. You are the chosen one, engraved on the palms of my hands, covered by my unchanging love. And from today, you will never be the same. You will walk in strength, in peace, in light, and in love. You will be a living testimony that I am the God who still acts, still speaks, and still loves. So rise up. Say to me, here I am. Let me lead you through the new door. Let me transform your life. This is your season of restoration. This is your day of freedom. This is your hour of renewal. Believe that everything you have prayed for, everything you have longed for, is coming to fulfillment. Thank you for listening to today's message. Please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that together we may receive the words of life. Build a steadfast faith and walk in the boundless love of God. Amen.